Hi, George McKenzie back again with video number 5 entitled Guaranteed Lifetime Income Annuities. In this video, our goal will be to help you understand why annuities should be part of your insurance and retirement planning. A life annuity is an insurance product that pays an investor a monthly or annual payment for the lifetime of the investor, his or her spouse, child, or grandchild. Think of an annuity as a guaranteed paycheck for life. Ask yourself these questions. Does longevity run in your family? Are you concerned with the ups and downs in the stock market? Did you once dream of retiring at 55 and are now wondering if 65 is reasonable? Believe me, you're not alone. Retirement used to be a promise. No longer is that the case. The vast majority of people don't have a pension. Even if you have a pension, that promise may be reduced in the future if your former employer runs into financial difficulty. Nortel, for example, cut its pension benefits to retirees by up to 30%. In Ontario, an average 65-year-old male will live to be 84. An average 65-year-old female will live to be age 87. That means that half of the 65-year-olds will live longer than 84 or 87. Did you know that married people live longer than single people? If you are a 65-year-old couple, there is a 50% chance one of you will live to be age 92. There is a 25% chance one of you will live to age 97. In other words, you could be retired longer than you worked. There are now over 5,800 centenarians in Canada and close to 6 million Canadians aged 65 and over. Guarantees matter more today than ever before because people are living longer. According to a BMO survey conducted in 2013, boomers are about $400,000 short of their average nest egg retirement goal of $658,000. The survey also suggested that 46% of people were not confident they would be comfortable in retirement, up from 20% in 2006. According to the Retirement Income Center, you can retire on about 40% less savings if you purchase guaranteed lifetime income annuities, because you receive mortality credits. In other words, you can enjoy the equivalent of a $1 million retirement with only $600,000 in savings, or a $500,000 retirement with only $300,000 in savings. Mortality credits are only available on life annuities and are not available on any other investment products. For example, a 65-year-old male would receive a guaranteed annual rate of return of 6.5% for their lifetime. A 75-year-old would receive a 9.5% annual rate, and an 80-year-old a 12% annual rate guaranteed for their lifetime because they get paid mortality credits. So how much of your money should you invest in guaranteed lifetime income annuities? At least enough to cover your basic expenses. We grow up thinking as savers that interest rates matter. Naturally, 4% is better than 2, and 6% is better than 4. But once you retire, all the rules change. In retirement, the only thing that matters is the order of those returns. The last 5 years before retirement and the first 5 years of retirement are the most critical years. If the market drops during this period, it can devastate your retirement. Short-term threat is deflation. Long-term threat is inflation. You need to plan for that. Annuities were built for markets like these. I remember interest rates in the 1980s being 21%. No one would have predicted rates of less than 3% all these years later. Most people think it's only a matter of time before interest rates start to rise. What if they stay the same or go lower? Jim Rickards is an advisor to the Pentagon and Central Intelligence Agency, and is also the author of the New York Times bestseller, the death of money. Jim predicts a collapse in the dollar and the possibility of a depression lasting up to 25 years. Life annuities will provide a guaranteed payment as long as you live, regardless of market conditions. In addition, Assurance Canada offers protection up to $2,000 of monthly income per insurer. If you need an income over $2,000 a month, I strongly recommend purchasing annuities from multiple insurance companies. If leaving a legacy to a spouse, child, grandchild, or charity is important to you, whole life insurance, in combination with an annuity, can help you do that. According to Moishe Malevsky, professor of mathematics and finance at York University, people who own annuities are more content. Guaranteed lifetime income annuities assure a relatively high level of withdrawals with no depletion risk. In exchange for this increased safety, you give up control of your money to the insurance companies. A life insurance policy can give it back to your survivors when you die. Annuities open the door to taking on additional risk, which in turn offers the possibility of more growth. Annuities are the most effective safeguard against longevity risk. As a thank you for watching these videos, let me offer you or someone you know a free 30-minute consultation valued at $100. Through these videos, we want to help you provide the greatest gift to someone you love. Thank you.